Should you give your relationship another chance? Whether it's a friendship, a romantic partnership, or even a family relationship, deciding to give someone a second chance can be one of the most challenging decisions you'll ever make. Why? Because it involves trust, vulnerability, and the possibility of reopening old wounds. But here's the truth. A second chance can lead to a renewed, stronger connection, or it could bring back the same old pain. So before you make that call, there are some important things you need to consider. In this video, we're going to go through a checklist of 10 things you should think about before giving someone another chance. This will help you decide with clarity and confidence, putting your emotional well-being first. Let's jump right in. Number 1. Can you truly forgive? The first and possibly most important question to ask yourself is, can I truly forgive this person? Forgiveness isn't always easy, especially when you've been hurt deeply. But if you're thinking about giving someone another chance, you need to be willing to let go of the resentment and bitterness. Forgiveness is a conscious decision to release feelings of anger or vengeance towards someone who has wronged you. Studies show that forgiving someone can improve your mental and physical health. According to research published in the Journal of Behavioral Medicine, forgiveness can lead to lower levels of anxiety, depression, and major illnesses, including heart disease. But forgiveness doesn't mean you forget the hurt or accept their behavior. It means you're choosing to move forward without carrying the weight of resentment. Ask yourself, am I ready to forgive this person completely, or will the pain continue to affect our relationship? Dr. Jacobson, a renowned psychologist, emphasizes, the relationship likely won't work if you're holding on to old resentments. If the answer is no, and you're not ready to forgive, it's a sign that it might be too soon to consider a second chance. Remember, forgiveness is not for the other person. It's for you to free yourself from negative emotions and to protect your peace of mind. Number 2, know if they're worth a second chance. Next, it's vital to determine whether the person who hurt you is genuinely worth a second chance. Not everyone deserves to be let back into your life, and that's okay. Here's how you can decide. Look at their actions after the fallout. Did they take full responsibility for their actions, or did they blame others, including you, for what happened? A person who truly values you will recognize their mistakes and actively try to make things right. They won't just offer empty apologies. They'll show meaningful changes in their behavior. For example, if they broke your trust by lying, have they made an effort to be more transparent? If they hurt you by being neglectful, have they shown more effort and care since then? If the answer is yes, and you see genuine remorse and change, they might be worth a second chance. But if they've continued their old patterns or make excuses for their behavior, it's a red flag that they aren't truly committed to change. Number 3, is this really what you want? This brings us to the next point. Is this really what you want? Sometimes the idea of getting back together can be more about nostalgia, loneliness, or fear of moving on, rather than a genuine desire to rekindle the relationship. Ask yourself, do I truly want to give this relationship another try? Or am I being influenced by external factors? Maybe friends and family think you should give it another go, or perhaps you're scared of being alone. But remember, the decision must come from within. Reflect on your feelings. If you feel a sense of peace and purpose about giving it another shot, then it might be the right choice. But if there's hesitation, doubt, or discomfort, take a step back and consider whether it's worth pursuing. A great way to know what you truly want is to spend time alone. Journal your thoughts and ask yourself the tough questions. Am I doing this because I'm afraid of what others will think, or because it's what I genuinely feel is best for me? Listen to your heart and intuition. Number 4, check your partner's actions. Words are powerful, but actions speak louder. It's easy for someone to say they've changed, but have they really shown it through their actions? Pay close attention to what they've done since the breakup or fallout. Have they made a genuine effort to improve and address the issues that caused the conflict in the first place? For instance, if they've promised to communicate better, are they actually listening more, engaging in open and honest conversations, and showing empathy? Or are they just making the same mistakes repeatedly, with no real change? A sincere partner will demonstrate through their actions that they're committed to doing better, and that they value the relationship enough to make necessary changes. Number 5, are you both committed to making things work? A second chance is a two-way street. Both of you need to be equally committed to making it work. It's not enough for one person to carry the weight of the relationship while the other does nothing. There must be a mutual desire to rebuild and strengthen your bond. Are both of you willing to communicate openly, compromise when necessary, and work through issues together? Are you both prepared to make sacrifices, such as seeking therapy or counseling if needed? Research from the American Psychological Association shows that couples who seek professional help are more likely to succeed in rebuilding trust and improving communication. So ask yourself, is my partner as committed as I am to making this relationship work, or is it all on me? If one of you isn't fully invested, it's unlikely the relationship will thrive. Number 6. A toxic relationship. Steer clear. It's crucial to be honest with yourself about whether the relationship was toxic. Toxic relationships involve patterns of manipulation, control, abuse, or constant negativity that drain your emotional energy. If your past relationship had these traits, giving it another chance could be harmful to your well-being. Dr. Jacobson states, the only way for a toxic relationship pattern to change is for both partners to accept their role in the dynamic and make a commitment to healing psychological and attachment issues. This often means seeking counseling or therapy to address deep-rooted issues. If there's no willingness to acknowledge the toxicity and work on it, it's a sign that moving on might be the healthier option for you. Number 7. Know if things will work out. Before agreeing to a second chance, consider if the reasons for the initial breakup can actually be addressed. For example, if distance was an issue, are you both ready to take steps to close the gap, like moving closer to each other or committing to regular visits? If communication was the problem, have you both learned new skills or strategies to improve it? It's important to be realistic about whether these issues can be resolved, and if both of you are ready to make the necessary changes. Talk openly about the problems you faced and make sure there's a clear plan for moving forward. Otherwise, you may end up right back where you started. Number 8. Did they learn their lessons? Have they genuinely learned from their mistakes? It's easy for someone to say they're sorry, but real change happens when they understand what they did wrong and why it hurt you. Look for signs that they've reflected on their behavior and are committed to not repeating it. If your partner has learned from the past and shows a strong desire to do better, this could be a positive indicator. But if they don't seem to understand or acknowledge their mistakes, it's unlikely that they've changed, and you may face the same issues again. Number 9. Respect. Respect is fundamental to any healthy relationship. Without it, love cannot flourish. Ask yourself if the level of respect between you and your partner has grown or diminished. Do they respect your boundaries, opinions, and feelings? If you feel that respect has increased, it may be a good sign that the relationship is ready for a second chance. However, if respect has been eroded and your partner continues to belittle or undermine you, it's best to move on. Mutual respect is non-negotiable. Without it, a relationship cannot survive or thrive. Number 10. Rebuilding a relationship is not easy. Finally, understand that rebuilding a relationship is not an easy task. It requires time, effort, and patience. Trust, once broken, doesn't get repaired overnight. Both partners need to be willing to work hard to overcome past mistakes and create new, healthier patterns. Ask yourself, am I ready for the emotional work and patience required to rebuild this relationship? Be honest about your answer. If you're both committed, patient, and willing to put in the work, a second chance might be worth it. But if either of you isn't prepared for the journey ahead, it might be time to let go. CONCLUSION. In conclusion, giving someone a second chance isn't a decision to be made lightly. It requires careful consideration, self-reflection, and a commitment to your own emotional well-being. Remember, you deserve a relationship that brings you happiness, respect, and growth. Take your time, think it through, and remember, it's okay to choose yourself. No matter what you decide, ensure it's a choice that aligns with your values, needs, and long-term happiness. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on relationships and personal growth. Until next time, take care.